Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have your weekly preview for the week of November 6th, 2023. So let's get into it with the SOULFORGE, the event key drop table, the world event. We got Guild Wars, we got everything else going on this week. We got the campaign, Epic Trials, Underspire. We got a new mythic still out there. We will be going over most of this in this video, and if not, I will have another video like for the Epic Trials and the Underspire and stuff like that. Time flies. New epic troop, Temperath. Get this troop with glory from the awards tab of the shop. Guild War. Help your guild win the war. Don't forget to set your defenses and fight your daily battles. Calling time. Experience a new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. New mythic troop, Salamandria. Exclusive to glory, gym, guild, and VIP chests for 1 week only. I will say, out of all the mythics during, all the new mythics during 2023, she might be top 3. Curse of the Werewolf, still going on. That's your holiday event. We got a whole nother week of that. Midnight Countdown for another 41 days. We got Week of Karakoth. All Karakoth troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Daemons. All Daemons gain 10% to their skills. And bonus souls. If you use Temperath in PvP and Explore, you gain 40 souls. Alright, SOULFORGE. Have not looked at this. Let's see what's in there. Put them in order. Okay. We got Phoenix, Kalika, Dow, and Pan. I will say Phoenix did make my, maybe not my top 20 mythics, but it was definitely in the conversation as it does true damage to all enemies, so that's pretty cool. We got a 22 yellow, purple, brown, Volpakia, Wargear, Divine. Choose one, deal true damage to all enemies, or summon 1 to 3 Volfire Hunters. Bless and enchant a random ally when it matches 4 or more gems. So it has one of those choose mechanics. It has a summon, it has true damage to all enemies, and it has a bless and enchant on 4 or more. So it is pretty good, man. It's in the conversation for top 20, but it's not a top 10. It's borderline top 20, so just keep that in mind. Kalika, just a damage dealer, really, and that's it. Dow, just a debuffer, and that's it. And Pan, just a damage dealer, and that's it. So, you know, who is the best out of these? They're all kind of similar. I would say Kalika's probably the next best one. 24 blue, green, red, Nexus, Elemental Mystic. Deal damage to 4 random enemies boosted by Elemental Stars, and then a 50% chance to create an Elemental Star at the start of my turn. With Spell Armor, so probably the best one out of those, but a super duper average mythic. Not even above average, just average. We got Pan, 24 green, yellow, brown, Pan's Veil, Wildfolk Beast. Deal damage to 3 random enemies and knock them to the back. So the Kalika doing the, her thing is better. Like her extra little elemental stars is better than like knocking stuff to the back. So that's why I figure she's better than Pan. Dow's the worst, 26 red, purple, brown, Leonis Empire, Elemental Mystic, eliminate 18 from a random skill on an enemy, destroy 8 gems of one of their mana colors, and repeat 2 more times for, it's just too like, random what it actually does, and it's just not, it might be below average, so, yeah, that's what I would do if I were you. Phoenix is a borderline top 20, but not a solidified top 20. Then you got, Kalika next, then Pan, then Dow, if you want me to put them in order. None of them are worth crafting at all, except for maybe Phoenix, and that's very borderline, and you probably should be patient and not do it. Alright, for the legendaries, we have Orion, we have Borealis, we have Captain McCall, and King Heliodor. Once again, nothing too crazy good. Captain McCall is your 50% start for rogues. Borealis is probably better, though, since rogues aren't that good anymore. Mother of Darkness team kind of got nerfed, and that's the main team that Captain McCall was used for, other than the Epic Trial team. So Borealis is probably the best thing here, but it's not a top 5 legendary, and you don't want to craft it. Save your diamonds for something better. 14 blue, yellow, Glacial Peaks Dragon, freeze all enemies, deal damage to the weakest enemy, and then deal triple skull damage versus frozen enemies. With ice armor, 65%. That's the main thing why it's good, was the triple skull damage versus frozen and the ice armor. Not really the spell, but the spell will freeze and allow you to do the icy cloak. So, it just takes a little bit longer than a fire blade would take. Second's probably Captain McCall for that 50% start for rogues. It deals damage to an enemy if they are submerged. Kill them, otherwise submerge them. It's good in the Epic Trials because you can get instant kills. And then we got Orion, and we got probably King Heliodor next. 18 red, brown, Nexus Elemental. Deal true damage to the first enemy, boosted by brown gems and allies, then knock them to the back, then create 3 elemental stars. If you want to say that this is better than Borealis or Captain McCall, I might not argue with you, but it is single target damage. He's really not great without, like, Queen Ash and some other stuff. I don't know. It's up to you on that one. Those 3 are kind of interchangeable. You could say Captain McCall is the best because he's a 50% start. You could say King Heliodor is the best because he's true damage and could maybe get 2 turns in a row or something. But I would say Borealis, then Captain McCall, then King Heliodor, then Orion. None of this really matters because you should not craft any of them. So to argue about something that doesn't really matter is kind of like something they do on the forums. Orion, 11, green, yellow, Divinian Fields, Face, Centaur. Deal a range of damage to an enemy and hunters mark them. Gain 5 magic. 75% chance to ignore armor with skull damage. So nothing bad. Nothing bad in the SOULFORGE. There's nothing terrible. It's just like putting ho-hum troops in order. Phoenix was the one that stood out to me over everything else. Weapons. Old Magus Staff. That's Explode Purple. Karakoth allies, summon a Karakoth troop. Random stats effect. Tome of Karakoth, nothing good there. Infernal Volge. Red and purple for each Daemon ally, plus some damage. Staff of Other Worlds. Purple and brown for each Karakoth. You might need one of these weapons for the events this week, like the World event, maybe the Underspire. So if you don't have any of these weapons, maybe watch my video, I'll link it at the end of this video, and see which one I use, and then maybe craft it. It's only 300 diamonds to help you out this week. But yeah, that's what I would say. Phoenix is the best thing there, and then maybe a weapon to help you out this week would be the second best thing there. And then after that, there's not much, really. So that was the SOULFORGE. Let's check out the event for the week. We have the World event. I went over the scoring and 3 teams in my World event video. I will link it at the end of this video. In order to enact the ritual of summoning Temporath, the Time Daemon, you must collect Arius Regents to mark out the summoning circle. Defeat enemies and collect tinctures and bone dust from them. We got a spell damage medal. That means you want to hit as many enemies as possible with spell damage as much as possible. We don't like skulls when there's spell damage medal. We don't want to hit one enemy at a time if possible. If that's the only thing you got, then that's what you got to do. But the scoring isn't too difficult. I go over it in my other video. Rewards, you always want to collect these before you get started so you can have more tokens to get more badges, to get more medals. I've bought up to tier 2 so far. Did you guys get the journey done? Like, we were down to the wire on Sunday. 2 or 3 of us, maybe 4 of us, trying to get it done on Sunday. A bunch of other people helped too, like 10 to 15 people also. But at the end on Sunday, we were really like, oh, we got 4,000 left. Oh, we got 2,000 left. Oh, we got 700 left. Who's going to finish it? And I just dropped my controller. But we ended up getting it done. And but on Sunday night. So how'd you guys do on that journey event? It's going to be the same way with this. Buying up to 2 may not be enough, and I might have to do more. Like with the journey event, I almost had to buy all the way. I bought all the way to like 6 in the journey event. I had to end up doing that, unfortunately, just to get it done. But yeah, I don't recommend that for everybody. It just depends what kind of guild you're in. And I'm sure some people probably got kicked out of the guild for not doing enough in that event. But we shall see. Let's see. Anybody get kicked yet? Nobody yet. But it is Monday. But yeah, whatever your guild thinks you should buy up to in the shop. I'm sure it's going to be like 3 or 4. But for now, I'm doing 2, just to see how it goes. Guild Wars is here. Make sure you do your Sentinels and set your defense. Let's check out the shop. Alright, we have this interesting troop this week. Temporath from Karakoth. 12 yellow purple Daemon. It deals damage to an enemy, boosted by hourglass gems. If the enemy dies, create 4 hourglass gems and gain an extra turn. I made a team using this guy for my low-level team on the World Event video. So if you want to see a team using this guy, go check out that video once again. I know I keep plugging it, but that's what we got to do as content creators. We got to promote and plug our other videos. It's interesting. If he gets a kill, he gets an extra turn. And he also puts 4 hourglass gems on the board. You can then match or explode, and then get another extra turn. So it's like if he gets a kill, you pretty much get 2 extra turns in a row. That's how I see it. A 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to an hourglass gem when my turn begins. And I think the team I made had multiples of this troop on it as well. But I could just imagine this guy with, like, Thrall or something, a very low mana cost troop that can just blow up the whole board. Merilith, Thrall, with Temporath, maybe 2 Temporaths. You're just always having extra turns. The only problem is getting that first kill. And it doing enough damage to get a kill. So you might need something else to put the ball on the tee. I don't know. There's other things in the game that do interesting things on a kill, like Wolf Garrick. I feel like this is kind of like a Wolf Garrick. Not as good as Ubistet. Maybe a Ubistet, Wolf Garrick type of deal. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. So not like a top 10. Because Wolf Garrick's not a top 10. Ubistet's not a top 10. But they do an interesting thing. When they get a kill, they do something fun. And it's kind of like that. You have to set it up to get the kill, though. And that's the problem. Before it gets the kill, it's not doing anything. But after it gets the kill, it does something awesome. Like Wolf Garrick or Ubistet. Get Arcane Plains Trait Stones. That's yellow and purple. 2 at a time. Let's go check that out. What can we get? What can we fully trait with yellow and purple trait stones? Yellow, purple, all color, base rarity. Alright, Ractian Weaver's really good. Arc Proxy Avendra. So you got the Impervious, the Creeping Doom, the Stealthy. You got the Doom of Arachnia. You got Phoenix there. If you happen to get Phoenix this week, you can also fully trade it, maybe. With Phoenix's Blessing, bless and enchant a random ally when a match 4 or more gems. Infernus has a Burn. Conflagration. Burn all enemies on 4 or 5 gem match. Ishtara has Divine Roar. Huang Long has nothing. Well, it does have that 70% skull damage reduction. It's King of Ravens. Convert 2 blue gems to spirit gems when my turn begins. Quilt Zama can come back with full mana. Queen Aurora has Rainbow Link. Skady has that Snowstorm. Ice Storm at the start of every single turn. Archdeva has Sanctuary, Barrier, and Bless a random ally when matching 4 or more gems. Voice of Orpheus. Cleanse all allies when matching yellow gems. We got Lotus Blessing, 50% chance to bless all allies when matching 4 or more gems. Divine Ishbala, 50% start, or 40% start for Divines. That's very important. That's 100% you do need this stone for Divine Ishbala. 100% you should have her fully traded, so if you don't, you should get the stone right now and fully trade Divine Ishbala first thing smoking. That'd be the first troop I would tell you. Go do Divine Ishbala immediately. You got Emperor Liang, who has Emperor's Blessing. Enchant a random ally in 4 or 5 gem match. You know, even Infernal King has some traits. I think Vanya even had, like, bless a random ally in 4 or 5 gem match. So pretty good stone there. A lot of, pretty top heavy. A lot of mythics and legendaries with stuff. Not seeing as many down here in the low rarities. But I'm sure there's some stuff, like Sacrificial Priest, Fast, and Necromancy. Yeah. That's what I would say. Divine Ishbala for sure. Vanya maybe. And then check out all your mythics. There's quite a few. Alright, event key drop table. Remember, this only includes troops from the Kingdom of the Weak, like Karakoth. So you can't get the new mythic with event keys, right? Last week, you can't use event keys to get the new mythic. Karakoth troops is what we're looking at this week if you use event keys. So let's go see what's up with that. Go base rarity. Karakoth. Come on now, Karakoth. There you are. Show all just in case. Alright. So the mythics, not that good. Zul'Goth, you can't get from event keys. You have to get it from the SOULFORGE. You have to get power orbs and stuff to get it. Vashtagon used to be useful. It's really not anymore since Wand of Stars and the Miraji Queen and Essence of Evil. There's so many ways to curse now that you don't really need Vashtagon anymore. It's not terrible. Elder Dragon, not terrible. Deathlock Dralic, you know, not terrible. They're all, but nothing good that you would, oh, I've been waiting for Karakoth. No, nobody says that. Karakoth is not one that you've been waiting for. And then there's like nothing else, right? Pretty much nothing else. Sacrificial Priest, Wall of Tentacles, that's it. So definitely save your event keys. I would not recommend throwing them at Karakoth. Karakoth is a magic kingdom, that is what people will say, but, you know, if you don't have all the top 10 mythics, then you should not be thinking about getting mythics for your kingdom level and power and stuff like that. Get all the top 10 mythics first, so you can take care of a wide range of events and and participate and do well and get into a really good guild and everything, do the underworld and have High King Iron Gut, make sure you do that first before you start thinking about I need a mythic for Karakoth. Yeah, being in a good guild is way better than getting an extra magic stat, you know? Having all the top 10s is better than getting that one magic stat from Karakoth. It's important, but you should do it later, after those things. There's priorities in this game. Okay, so that's the event key drop table. That is the SOULFORGE. That's the shop. That's the trade stone. Let's just see what else is going on this week. So right now, what are we doing? We're doing the campaign. We're preparing for Guild Wars. We're doing the holiday event. We're starting on the world event. We're probably doing our task and adventure board and dungeon. And tomorrow, what do we have? Tomorrow we have Guild Wars starts properly, so you need to make sure you have your defense today done and any sentinels you want to do done today. Tomorrow we have Durgaroth faction event. I should have a video at reset. Wednesday we have this new Mimi Karen. It's a macaroon, I guess. It's for Gems of War's anniversary. Thursday we have Sorcerer class, not a good one. And then Friday we have, I think, Arena, right? Pretty sure we have Arena this Friday. So, yeah. Arena, like I've said in my live stream recently, Arena is so much better than Guild Wars or like other events where it forces, like your guild is going to force you to do Guild Wars, right? They're going to force you to spend gems. They're going to make you do things. You have to. It's a guild event. Arena is not a guild event. You can totally skip it, and it costs you nothing. So I don't understand why people hold Arena as like the worst event in the entire game that they hate so much, when it doesn't even make, you don't have to do it. And Guild Wars is more like the thing that you should be mad at, where you have to do it, and you pretty much have to spend gems, and it's very annoying. Arena, you can just ignore it. Like, I would rather 10 times out of 10 have a Arena event that I could just ignore than like a Guild Wars that I have to do, and it's annoying. Like, it's forcing itself upon you. Arena may be annoying, but it stays to itself. It doesn't bother you. There's other things that are annoying too, but they bug you, and they're in your face, and you have to do it. I hate that. So, I don't know why people put Arena up there as like one of the worst things in the game, and there's definitely other things that are worse. Failing the dungeon right when you log into the game is worse. Guild Wars is worse. There's something else too that I'm not thinking of right now that's worse, but and it like forces you to do it. Class events are worse, you know? Anyway, so yeah, we have Arena this weekend. Let's take a look at the campaign. Hippolyta, the Centaur Scout, took us to various oracles, but none saw the future of midnight in the stars. They did suggest, however, that perhaps if I learned more about why midnight moved around, that we might find our own pattern of where it would appear next. So we headed to Karakoth. If anybody knew of curses, it would be there. We got Dark Crystals, match purple gems in any battle. We got Soul Grinder, earn souls from any battle. And we got Kill Enemies. All those are going to happen. Just make sure you get them done before tomorrow so you have all your stats for Guild Wars. As far as rewards, we're getting nothing. Nothing too special. The stat is magic. So yeah, definitely get your campaign done by tomorrow so you can have those extra 2 magic for Guild Wars. Other than that, you know, the new Mythic's still there. Like I said, it's probably top 3 of the newest, like, new Mythics that we got in 2023. It's probably top 3, but that's not saying too much because we haven't really had anything super awesome. So it's like top 3 of stuff that's not super awesome. But I don't even remember. I can't even think of a good Mythic we've had, and like a new good Mythic in a long time. So, except for like CT, but that's one you get in the SOULFORGE that wasn't what I'm talking about. Like a new Mythic that was put out on a Friday, the first Friday of the month. What's the last good one we have? Put that in the comments. Also hit that like, it helps a lot. Epic Trials video will be out next. I'm hoping by like 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. And then Underspire maybe tonight. If not, it'll come out tomorrow. Still like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't want to put out... Sometimes I don't feel like putting out like 3 videos in one day. Or 4 videos in one day. I'll put 3 out today and 2 tomorrow instead, you know? But yeah, let me know what you think. If you want me to put them all out today, if you want me to go back to the way I was doing it before, I don't know. Any advice, put it in the comments. Any constructive criticism, or if you just want to tell me how you did on the journey, your guild got the journey done, or what you think about the new Mythic. Like, everything helps. Any kind of comment, just an emoji, just flip me off. Put the middle finger in the comments. That helps me. Hit a like, and yeah. like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.